All right, welcome back, Prospect Live viewers. We're back with another 2020 MLB Draft player profile breakdown. I, of course, am joined, courtesy of perfectgame.org, by my colleague here, Brian Sakowski, PG's National Scouting Coordinator. Today's subject, Brian, very interesting player, two-way player out of Texas, Kingwood, Texas, I believe. Masyn Winn. Let's pull up a little bit of video here on Winn. I have not had the opportunity to see Winn in person, but you have. So talk to me a little bit about Masyn Winn, why he's a name that's pretty hot right now and has quite a bit of helium.
Yeah, I mean, all you got to do is watch the first pitch of that video that we just showed one time. It's like, oh, well, that's 80 arm speed, like that right there. We found it. That's 80. He's a two-way player, like you said, man. You could talk for a long time about this kid. It's very, very rare athleticism. It's very, very rare arm speed, and that's just talking about him on the mound. This video is from the Perfect Game Jupiter event in mid-October last year. He was 94-98. He threw a ton of strikes. You can see the fastball quality there. He's just blowing it right by guys. The breaking ball too it's a power curveball. It's 78 to 82. The spin rates were up into the 2900s at times in that outing, and that's just him on the mound. He also hit a home run in that game. I'm hitting for himself, and so you're talking about a guy who can play shortstop. He's very twitchy. He's very sudden in his movements. He's got plenty of arm strength. Obviously, anybody who throws 100 can do that. We can say they probably have the arm for shortstop. And it's a pretty loose, it's a raw, but it's a loose and it's an athletic swing. There's bat to ball there. There's power there. He's a strong kid despite being undersized. And so right now it's to be determined. It's going to be interesting to hear perhaps for him more than anybody else what he's announced as on draft night. Like that might tell us the story right there, because right now I think you might see most teams favoring him as an arm, but I think it's a 55 to 45 split. I think there's still a fair number of teams who value him more as a position player, and for a guy with those tools, it's absolutely worth finding out. There's no question.
Do you think there's some teams that are potentially on him that might even try him as a two-way player and could potentially develop him both ways? It's obviously difficult to do. We haven't seen it much, but we've seen a little bit more of late.
Yeah, I don't think there's any harm to giving a guy at bats at the rookie ball level. This is a high school player. That's where he's going to go. And we don't know about the parameters of who's going to be taken away as far as minor league teams and if there's going to be a minor league season this year and this, that, the other thing. But like Masyn Winn's a player who would go to rookie ball in a normal year. So we'll operate under that assumption. I don't see any harm in having that guy throw 3 innings every 5th day in addition to on 2 of those off days, giving him a start at DH or something, or however your player development sees fit. But yeah, I don't see any problem with that. And maybe in a year or two, he proves he can't do it, and you keep him on the mound, or you keep him at the plate, or whatever. But I don't see any developmental harm at all in giving it a try. You never know what you might have with a guy like that.
So with all things being said, final question here: where do you think Masyn Winn ends up on draft day?
Yeah, I think you're looking at a guy who may be in play higher than some think. I think there's some teams who value him really highly. I think you could see him maybe in the first round, even into like the 20 to 30 range, somewhere in there. But I think most likely you're looking at like a comp round, top of the second, a team's second pick, something like that.
Any chance he gets to Arkansas?
I put those at pretty small chances, but man, that'd be pretty fun to watch him play short with Bobby Moore at second, or vice versa. That'd be pretty fun to watch, wouldn't it?
That's what I was thinking as a college guy. But there you go, a great breakdown from Masyn Winn. Next videos, we'll leave them up to you. We're going to put up another poll. You guys can check them out, vote on that. Tell us who you want to do. That'll be the order we put them out. We're going to do all of them. Thanks for joining us.